How's it going, everybody? I am still doing a Bitcoin giveaway on this channel. So if you would like a chance to win zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, put on post notifications, like this video, and comment down below, and make sure to include your Bitcoin wallet address. So if you are the lucky subscriber who's chosen to win this giveaway, well, I'll have somewhere to send it. So remember, this giveaway is only for my subscribers, so you have to be subscribed with post notifications on for a chance to win. And good luck, everybody. I hope that I hope to all of you best of luck to win that 0.1 Bitcoin. Anyways, we're looking at Neo, and personally, Neo is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, basically based on the fact that the smart economy. You see, when I look into the different cryptocurrencies that are available, especially in the top 10, I think it's very important to do your research when it comes to investing. You see, when I think about Neo, the first thing that comes to my mind is the advantages that it has. Basically the number one advantage that I would say would be the smart economy. You see, Neo is actually called the Ethereum of China, and this doesn't come without, I mean, you don't get that name without actually earning it. And when I actually think back, I remember around early December of 2017, the price of Neo was around $30. So if you consider the fact that the price of Neo has actually gone from around the $30 range to $120 range, that's about a $90 increase in this price. You see, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, a lot of the things that people focus on are the big names. It's like, oh, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and a lot of the public attention actually doesn't get given to these coins that are still, these projects are still doing relatively decent. I mean, Neo's seen some significant gains, and it continues to make significant gains as we move forward into this time period. But also, if you haven't invested in Neo and you're just starting to do your research into it now, you have to understand that it might not be too late, because Neo is actually set to have a fantastic future ahead of it. I could actually see 2018 being a very bullish year for Neo, seeing how they have so many things that are in store for them. And this actually is based on a lot of the fundamentals that are being worked into the project. So, and there's a ton of different things that are being built around the Neo technology, such as deep brain chain, which is literally artificial intelligence technology, and that's a token that you can buy that's supported on the Neo network, which is basically, I mean, if you think about it, artificial intelligence and the smart economy are definitely the future of the world, essentially, and Neo is right in the center of that. So you think about what Bitcoin is going to do to the general way that people look at wealth. Well, Neo is doing that exact same thing to the way that people view smart contracts and so forth, and that's why basically it's called the Chinese Ethereum, because you have to understand that in China, they really like to have their own things. In China, they have their own Facebook, they have their own Google, they have their own Amazon, and they have their own Bitcoin. And basically, they basically have their own version of Bitcoin. They have their own Ethereum, and it basically is Neo. So, and nobody can deny the fact that China is a significant world power. So when I put my money behind a significant, cryptocurrency and so forth, I'm really banking in on Neo. And according to my math, I could honestly see Neo being worth $750 by the end of 2018. And that's honestly a conservative estimate, before I've actually made speculations of the price of Neo being even higher than that. And $750 seems to be well within the range of the possibility. And the fact of the matter is that there are so many developments happening with this technology right now. It really is an interesting time for anybody who's interested to jump on board. Now, this is also a great time for me to say, disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is in no way financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not providing any financial advice here. I'm merely saying that you guys should definitely go check these things out. I'm not your dad. I'm not telling you to make any any specific decision here. I want everybody to be responsible for your own decisions. This is just me having a conversation, a dialogue with you guys about the various cryptocurrencies that I'm personally interested in myself. And honestly, when I think about it, $120 is relatively cheap when you consider the fact that NEO probably in a couple of years could honestly replace Bitcoin as the #1 spot. Now, I understand that that's a pretty bold statement to make, but you have to understand that the NEO project is really working on a lot of significant, it's really implementing a lot of different developments, and over the course of these years, we're going to see a lot of the new applications of the smart economy basically overtaking a lot of the things that are the failures when it comes to a lot of these other cryptocurrencies. Now, you have to understand that this whole entire industry basically is still in its infant stages, so there can be a ton of different shakeups when it comes to understanding the way that things are going to go. Also, I wanted to pay attention, NEO's new vision, the moonshot. Now, that's actually pretty incredible when you consider the fact that it's by Coin Central. And, this is, if NEO, you really have to understand the importance of positive press when it comes to these different technologies, because obviously what everybody pays attention to in the news these days is, the big ones. Like I said, a lot of people are paying attention to Bitcoin and so forth. And, rightly so, because obviously, we've recently saw a significant dip in the price of Bitcoin, which led to a market correction across the board, which affected every single technology. But honestly, when I think about that dip, I thought of it as a great buying opportunity for me to accumulate some of the different technologies that I've otherwise been interested in, but perhaps didn't actually get in on the ground floor of. And during that dip, I actually used the opportunity to accumulate some more NEO. And honestly, I'm very happy with that accumulation, because you look at this dip right here, and we've already recuperated from that, and I'm seeing some significant gains, some significant progress as we move past. So basically, when you look at the chart here, I mean, NEO was flat for quite some time, from 2016 all the way to 2017, and then all of a sudden we see some significant action. And this is actually when the public started to pay attention to the technology, and they started to really implement a lot of their potential. So you have to understand that as they've been maintaining this significant growth, they've their price structure is pretty much maintained at this level. So it's pretty interesting when you consider all these different facts. And NEO hosting 2 community meetups, like they're always active in the community, so that's something to pay attention to as well. You would only want to invest in specific cryptocurrencies where they are very upfront about what they're doing. And honestly, I trust in the fact that the NEO project, I mean, I'm really a person who is very data driven in my research, and I consider the fact that NEO really does provide that outlook on what they're doing, and it really provides a clear picture for what's in the store for in the future, which is something that, because I'm not going to invest in something unless I think that it's going to give me a return. And personally, I'm very bullish on the fact that NEO has these opportunities. And also, I'd like to shout out a couple of YouTube channels as well. This guy's name is Young and Investing. I actually wanted to give this YouTube channel a shout out. This is the Kryptonic, and basically this guy provides a really in-depth analysis into these technologies, and I think that this channel was really echoes a sentiment that I really can resonate with when it comes to NEO and understanding what's in the future for it. So definitely go and check this guy out. I will include a link to this guy's video in the description so that you guys can go and see what he's up to, of course, because I think that it's also important to follow good people on here so that you're never really led astray, so that you can basically stay up to date with all the different technologies that are implemented and so forth. And as NEO continues to develop, I think all the following important people is pretty much part of my basic strategy, of course, staying up to date with the news and so forth, because when you're involved with this sort of volatility in the market, you want to be able to find trusted voices of people. And I'm always happy to shout out various different YouTubers who have a lot to offer to the community, because it's all about benefiting the community at the end of the day. It's all about finding a lot of people that you can basically understand, but at the end of the day, you also have to understand that you are only responsible for the things that you the decisions that you make in general. So that's something to think about as well. And also, I'd like to shout out this guy, Young and Investing. And once this ad gets out of the way, this guy is actually, I've been following him for quite some time as well. He actually is very data driven in his research. So I will actually include a link to this guy's video as well. He was actually talking about this technology way back in December, when the price was actually only $35 for a NEO. So if you actually had been subscribed to Young and Investing only a few months ago, you would have been up to date, and you would have actually been in the know, and you would be ahead of the game. So this is a channel that I'm actually going to recommend to my subscribers as well. And also, one of the fundamental things that I like the most about NEO is the fact that when you simply by holding NEO, you accumulate gas. And this is really significant, because what other cryptocurrencies actually will provide you with a compensation just for holding their technology in their own wallet? I mean, that's actually something really special, and it definitely speaks for the technology of NEO as well. Gas is actually on the NEO network as well, and it's currently valued, it's basically its own thing. It's valued at 43, 44 right now, and it's had its own significant volatility as well, but it's definitely something to pay attention to. And all that being said, let me know what you guys think about NEO and gas in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the future of these technologies, and what you think about this video in general. Give me any recommendations for any channels that you think that I should follow as well. And we'll all help build this awesome community together. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.